Hey y'all, happy beautiful day and welcome to Live a Lit with Amy and my boy Blue, who is happily running around here. Today I'm actually coming to you all from one of our favorite dog parks here in our area where we live in Florida. And one of the most amazing blessings in my journey, and if you're new to the channel, welcome. And if you are completely feeling my vibe, please subscribe and sign up for alerts so that you know each and every time I post a video. But I am, and my channel is about my life recovering from an unbelievable loss of my mom on Mother's Day, to leaving my corporate job and changing my whole world and my whole life after her passing and becoming an empty nester, and what my life is like now, which is bipolar opposite of what it used to be, which is, or was, corporate America, busy, full-time, single mom, and now I'm an empty nester, snowbird, semi-retired woman, just trying to figure shit out. Let's just be honest. That's it. Trying to figure myself out and work my way through a whole lot of grief. So come along on the journey. We're coming up on the 5-year anniversary of my mom's passing. And I worked for 2 years after in a fog. I'll be honest, I don't remember those 2 years at all, hardly. And then I had the opportunity and left the company I was with, and I've been off work since and really healing. One of the most healing things that I do almost every single day is come to the park with my boy. So I'm going to turn. I think you might be able to see him over there. I hope. Hard part about recording like this on my phone is I can't see myself. So I don't really know what you're saying. Fingers crossed it's good, because I'm also not going to be editing a whole lot, because that's just not how I roll. So you're going to get real deal Holyfield on this channel. No. Okay, back to the realness. Let's be straight up. My favorite place is coming to the dog park, and right now is one of those. And the reason being is it is hella quiet, minus a crazy bird, but it is so quiet right now and just peaceful. But this park actually sits outside of the town that my tiny house is placed in, which we'll talk about that. We do live in a tiny house on wheels, and it is fabulous. But this park is not far from where we live, so we can come every day. We come multiple times a day. There's been a few times I've done that, but more often than not, honestly, we come in the morning and hang out and get my boys running on and his morning going, and our day started here at the park. We're a little late today. It's about noon, and that's largely because it's been cold as I don't know what in Florida, and it dropped down to 30 last night. I think it was like high 20s, low 30s when I woke up this morning, which for a Midwest girl, you kind of think that that's all right, but here's the deal. I ain't been in that in a long time. I don't live in that. I don't like it. I don't want to be there, and I don't miss it. So, in Florida, it's hell. Let's be honest. And anybody who knows me now knows that I'm a cold weather pansy. The minute it starts getting cold up north, when I'm there for the summer, I bail and head back here. So, I digress again. But we're at the dog park, and I just wanted to talk about how awesome of a space coming to a dog park can be. Obviously for you, but more importantly for your dog, because it's about them. I know a lot of people crinkle their nose or gasp when I say that we're going to a dog park, or to the dog park, or any dog park for that matter. There are some people that are fearful of coming to dog parks. And I really want to help normalize dog parks, because there's really nothing to be fearful of. If you are a responsible dog owner and you take care of your dog, and you know and you trust that you can help guide your dog through experiences, you can take them to the dog park. It's just like taking them for a walk. And in all honesty, it's great for them because it's wonderful for their awareness. It's wonderful for their ability to just sniff around, but also socialize with other dogs and with other people. Sometimes it's the people. There are some dogs that come to a dog park that don't want anything to do with another dog, and they will sit with other people. And those people, I think, need that as well, which is really pretty cool. So you're going to hear me talk on this channel a lot about dog parks. Going to the dog park, Blue's in heaven when he is in the dog park, so I'll post some videos and do some shorts or something that you can see him running and going crazy. And you can also follow my Instagrams. A lot of times I'll put more clips like that on my Instagram, and so I will make sure that that's linked here, and you can get connected with me there if you would like as well, and you can see my boy Blue and running around at his time. And this has been, for me, in this healing process, this has also been an unbelievably healing place for me. After my mom's passing and coming to great terms with the fact that a long-term relationship was more than likely coming to an end, I needed change. And I'll be honest, I know I run from. In the past, I know, I can tell that, this relationship didn't work, or this came to an end and it was mutual, but I needed space and change. So I needed a change of space. Yeah. Whatever. But when all this went down, I was very, very fortunate because I bought a tiny house on wheels, and it was in Florida. And so moving to Florida was great because it was all new. It took away a lot of memories, and now I get teared up. But it got me out of the space that was very hard and sad for me. As much as I loved it, our home in Charlotte, it was very, very hard for me being there. And I realized in those 2 years following my mom's passing that as much as that was our home and I loved it, she was with us for 3 weeks, about a month prior to her passing, and in Charlotte, in our home. And those memories are the most amazing memories, and I'll definitely share at some point about those 3 weeks and the timing of all of that. But it was awesome. It was just freaking awesome. And I am so thankful. I thank God every day that He helped that happen, made that happen. I thank God for my cousin who brought her down and took her home and met me and thought of the idea. Just, that's all God bringing that together. And so we had that time. I needed to get away. And when I moved down here, a space for me to get out and go was always a dog park. And Blue could be happy, and my best friend, my companion, going from being a full-time mom and having my kiddo with me all the time, because I was a full-time mom out of state. So I didn't have family. I had friends. I built a strong friend group that could help, but majority of everything was on my shoulders. And I had a mom who was out of state. I'm an only child, and I talked to her every day for years until she couldn't talk. And that was an adjustment, and very, very hard. And you go through that, and I was just kind of counting down the time. I didn't want to miss time, and I didn't miss time. I was fully engaged in my daughter's growing life experience in high school, and I just knew after that, we all knew I was gonna be more available, be able to spend time with mom and be there. And unfortunately, that didn't happen. And that rocked my world. So, sitting at a dog park, and especially now, why I decided to record now, is I'm sitting at the dog park at one of my favorite times, which is when no one is here. No one's on the small dog side or here on the big dog side with me. And Blue is somewhere. I'm just gonna spin around. You can see what's going on. There's some kids down there walking around, coming back from school, cutting through, going home. There's a big neighborhood over here. Oh, Blue's just chilling. He's just laying here watching what's going on. But let me just spin around for a second and kind of see. Behind me across the street is a golf course, which is so awesome. And then on the other side, way down there, is a farm. And then there's houses on this other side. And then off up in front of us, and I'll show you another time. It's not going on right now, but there's a skydiving school. And so we can see skydivers jumping. But it's just nice. It's peaceful. I can be at peace with my thoughts. I more often than not don't bring my phone in the dog park. And if I do, it's because I want to do some content, or I'm going to video him for his page, or take a picture of him, or film him running and just enjoying and being a dog. But honestly, he's about to take off after a squirrel. I just sit here in peace and quiet, and it took a while. It's been 3 years, so I can sit here in a bit more comfort and peace now than I ever could, but it's a special space and place. And I think after grief, after change, going through empty nesting, being on your own and alone a lot, you got to get comfortable with that and find places that you can go and feel at peace, and a place that can help heal you. So I just wanted to share. So this is my space and place. There's a whole lot that I'm going to bring to you this year, and I cannot wait. We're going to do some trips, and one of the things that I do want to continue to share is some really cool, amazing dog parks. I'm not going to share this name of this dog park, or maybe a couple of the others that we go to, just for privacy reasons. If you know me and, we're close, give me a call, I'll tell you. But just to be sure and ensure safety for us. But when we travel, I'm going to share, and I want to put them on the map, because for me, when we hit the road, I plan out dog parks. I know when we're home in Iowa, we go to our dog park in my hometown every day, if not 2 times or sometimes 3 times a day. We stop at dog parks along the way on the way home when we travel. When we go camping, I find dog parks around us. We went camping a couple years ago in Georgia, Savannah area. The most amazing dog park, and I actually, looking back, am kind of still pissed at myself that I didn't look earlier in the trip. We actually hung out just at the campsite and on the campgrounds and at the state park for a couple days before I found that dog park. And then we get there and it was phenomenal. It is A1 plus the #1 dog park, I think, at this point. But we look forward to going back to that. And I'm going to share and do some content around our dog park time. And I just welcome anybody's support, and go into a dog park. Take your dog out, get them out, spend that time with them. It helps them. It helps build that trust and that relationship with your dog. It helps bring some joy and peace to yourself. I know, especially in my hometown, for example, it's just beautiful to walk around that dog park. It's really pretty to walk around this dog park even. And so sometimes I just stroll around while he's playing and doing his thing. I have great conversations with the people that I meet at the dog parks. And most importantly, just enjoy the beautiful weather and the scenery and the peace and the quiet. So with light and love. And again, if you're feeling my vibe, please subscribe. Hit the alert button so you know when I post new videos. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. I love you. I appreciate your love. And we will see you again soon.